Hi family, Coach Kelsey here. Thank you so much for joining me for the competition parent meeting. Obviously, I would love to have everybody in so we can have this conversation in person. However, I know with all the holidays going on, everybody has so much on their plate and on their schedule. So this is a way that we can meet in the middle. I hope that you enjoy, and if you have any questions after you watch and listen to this, please reach out to me via email or by the remind text. So we're going to get started. The first thing we're going to go over is just basically our competition schedule. You guys have received copies of this already. I'll make sure that there's another attachment in the email just in case you've forgotten it. We do choose our events based on the quality of the competition company, which is like what they do for the girls. Do they have water and warm-ups? What are the awards? How do they run their warm-ups? What is the quality of the judging? We also look at the number of summit bids awarded. Third, we look at the location, which we choose to only go out of state twice outside of U.S. Finals and Summit, and then the cost of the event. Obviously, that goes into play whenever we're looking at our budget. So this season, we do have two different competition schedules. Twinkles, Starlight, Eclipse, and Lunar are all on one competition schedule, and then Gravity, which is an international team, has a slightly different schedule because they're competing for a different type of bid. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at everything. Another important thing to note is that we usually do not have a final competition schedule until the week of each competition. I will provide you with a block schedule for any event that gives it to me, so just keep that in mind. But if you ever have questions ahead of time, just send me an email or text. Sometimes I can find out information even if it hasn't been released to everyone yet. So for out-of-state competitions, we do have two of those. You are required to stay in the competition city on both Friday and Saturday nights. For those two events, that is New Orleans, which is in January, Martin Luther King weekend. So you must be in New Orleans by Friday, January 17th. And then the other event is Nashville, Tennessee. Now this is a one-day event. Gravity is not attending. You must be there. Sorry, I paused. You must be there on Saturday the 7th because we compete on the 8th. Now, Gravity does have an additional out-of-town event that's not listed on here, and that is UCA Orlando. You must be in Orlando by Friday night for that as well, but you guys will receive additional information from me on that. If you haven't booked your rooms for those events yet, please book them now. If you've lost the emails from me with all the information, please reach out to me so I can get that to you as soon as possible. Those rooms do tend to fill up quickly, especially for New Orleans. It's downtown this year, so those are some prime hotel spots that you want to be able to get access to. On the Friday night prior to each out-of-state competition, you will have to text your cool mom and let them know that you're in town, and they will check in with me and so that we can make sure everybody's there. We don't do this so that we try to control your life or anything that you're doing. We do this for the safety of our athletes. And remember, it is a team sport, so we do need everybody there well rested and ready to compete for the next day. If you do choose to send your child with another family, please make sure that you're sending money with them and handling all the financial arrangements before you get there. Competition days are the most important days. It's everything that we worked up to. It's like practices are pre-test, and a competition is like your final exam. So we want to make sure that they are positive days for all of our stars. They will be stressed out. You will be stressed out. We will be stressed out. But do everything you can to try to keep the peace with everybody and just make it an overall positive experience for everyone involved. Sorry, I keep pausing on you guys. So competition day, what to expect for that day. If this is your first year, welcome, because it's going to be a little overwhelming for you. Competitions are very loud, they're crowded, they are expensive as far as the food and everything that they sell inside, and they are genuinely one of a kind. All-Star Cheer is its own culture, and you'll get to know that pretty quickly if it's your first time. Expect to be there usually early, and expect to be there for at least 4 hours. sorry, I keep pausing, at least 4 hours each day. Attached in this email, I've also included a suggested packing list that will help you kind of get prepared for this weekend and the weekends to come. I do suggest that you get one bag that you use as your cheer bag. Your uniform goes in there, your sports bra, your competition bow, your competition makeup, everything goes in there and it stays in there when you're not at competition, so that way things are not getting lost, and then you're having to frantically find them right before the competition. It's just much easier that way. If you do lose any items, they do cost extra, and I don't always have extra of everything, so please do your best to try to keep up with everything so you don't incur any additional costs. All cheerleading events run either on time or early. You'll come to find that some of those times will be like 12:32 p.m. They mean literal. She will go on the stage at 12:32. So make sure you're in the arena ahead of time early and looking at the performance schedule, making sure that you don't miss your child's performance. Remember, it's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So if you're in there even a minute late, you've already missed half of the routine. Now, competition packets, those are going home. Some went home yesterday, some are going home today. They are very, very detailed, and you get a new one for every single event. I put all the information that you need to know about that competition in those packets. So while they may look the same from the outside, they are all uniquely made for that event. So make sure you're looking at them to see how much is parking, how much is admission, is it cash only, or can I use my card, and just anything else you need to know. Again, I mentioned this earlier, but event companies usually don't send us the final schedule until the week of. So if there's any changes that are made after the packet is sent to you, those will be sent out via Remind. So make sure that you're getting those text messages. We do also know a suggested dress code for parents, but please know you don't have to always follow that. It's just fun if we're all in the same color and we can find each other easier. The next thing we need to talk about is your Cool Moms. This is a new title for this year. You have both Cool Moms and Fun Moms, but Cool Moms are really important to competition day because they are your number one and only contact on that day. If you call me or one of the coaches or text us, you're most likely not going to get an answer from us because we're with other teams, we're doing coaches meetings, we're checking in, we're meeting with the judges, so that's why we designate one mom to be in charge of each team so that we can make sure we're answering you in the correct amount of time. If you haven't already, plug in these numbers on your phone right here. Twinkle's team mom, or Cool Mom, I'm sorry, is Cassidy Terry. Starlight is Kristen Mitchell. Eclipse is Stephanie Shaw. Lunar is Tanisha Jones. And Gravity is Miss Kina Benton. These positions are volunteer, so please make sure you're being respectful. As far as the Cool Moms, they are asked by me to upload or uphold any CheerStars policies as far as hair, makeup, tardiness, sportsmanship, anything like that. So this is not rules that they're making up on their own. These are things that I've asked them to do. So if you have any issues with anything that they're asking of you, please reach out to me. If you're running late to the competition, say we need to be there at 11:45 and your GPS says you won't even pull in the parking lot till 11:45, please send your Cool Mom a text or hand your phone to your kid and get them to, or give her a phone call and just let her know, hey, we're on the way, this is what time we're going to be there, so that she can make sure everybody knows where you are. If you forget to call them and they call you, please answer the phone. We understand you're coming, you're probably stressed out, but we just need to know confirmation that you are actually, I apologize about that. We just need to know that you are actually coming. If you forgot something, it's most likely not the end of the world. We do have a few extras and we have lots of athletes, so we can kind of shift some things around, but please let us know as soon as possible so we can try to make arrangements and make sure that we have whatever it is that you don't have. I have a cheer bag that has lots of random things in it. Usually we can make do, but if not, lots of other moms are super prepared. So like I said, let your Cool Mom know immediately if you forgot something. No parents or even Cool Moms are allowed in the warm-up area or in any coach's area. Our team can actually be disqualified for this. So make sure that when the coaches come and mingle with the parents and kids, take pictures, and they take them away, that you do not follow us. We are usually going to a restricted area, and that's the time we really need for the team to get focused and centered as one for the job that we have to do that day. So new this year, we also have Fun Moms. They will be assisting the Cool Moms on competition day for anything that they need, but their main priority besides doing bonding events for both the kids and parents is just to make sure that the vibe and the spirit of all the teams and parents are high energy, super loud, and super excited for the day of. So lean on them if you feel like the vibe is kind of eerie for the day. And if you have any ideas on how to get all the parents involved or how to make the team a little bit more fun, please reach out to them because they're really open to any help or suggestions that you have. All right, now we're going to go into the fun stuff, which is the makeup. In this email, you also received a step-by-step video of how to put on the makeup. It is the same as last year. If you cheered for us last year, it's very, very simple. Your kit will include a white shimmer eyeshadow, a brush, black liquid eyeliner, and then the Brazen lip stain. I do have extras of all of these. I know the moms really love this lipstick, so if you like it, reach out to me. I can get you another one. What you are required to purchase for yourself is any black mascara, and if you want to wear face powder or blush, that is completely up to you and is optional. Don't forget to watch that YouTube video. Like I said, it's super simple. You just do the white in just like the corners of the eyes, and you do eyeliner and then the lipstick. So it's super easy. If you're worried about doing the winged eyeliner, there is a stencil that you can purchase on Amazon for $5, and I included the link here in this PowerPoint as well. So make sure you click that. I'll include the PowerPoint on the email. One more policy as far as makeup goes, please don't put your child's makeup on if they're already wearing their uniform. The whole chest of the uniform is white. So we want to make sure that mascara and lipstick doesn't get on that. So if you have to already have their uniform on, just throw a t-shirt or a jacket over it and zip it up so that way we don't worry about ruining the uniform. And everybody will receive their makeup bags, these cute little bags. You will get them at practices on Wednesday and Thursday. So you have plenty of time to practice. Remember, we want to see everybody in stage makeup and hair at our performances on Saturday so we can make sure that you guys are good to go and we don't have any issues moving forward with that. Next is hair. So new this year, we did try this at Showcase with the Stars, so you guys should all be pros by now, but we are going to have our hair in buns this year. It can be braided up into the bun, it can just be slick back, the whole hair can be braided as long as it's up in a bun. We like to use the hand rule to determine the height, so you take your child's hand, not yours, they put it at their hairline, and then the bun should fall, or ponytail should fall right there after that. It could be a knot bun, it can be like some people call it like a messy bun. However you can get that hair up there, we appreciate it, but we just want no flyaways or anything hanging down in their face. If you have any questions about that, reach out to your team moms, but we think everybody did an amazing job at Showcase with the Stars, so we're looking forward to that continuing to be great this season. If your athlete's hair is short, so it doesn't go past their collarbone, so about my length, then they can do half up, half down, but the top part of their hair that's up does still need to be in a bun. One more policy, which is not our policy, this is actually the rules of the USASF, no jewelry can ever be worn in your uniform. That includes in the hallways, on the way to warm-ups, anything. That's rings, earrings, belly button rings, nose rings, any kind of jewelry that you have, it cannot be on your person while you are in uniform. Next is the dress code. So warm-ups are a requirement. Everybody was required to purchase a warm-up jacket. So you should come to competition if it's cold outside and you can't just wear a uniform in some kind of warm-up uniform combo. You did not have to purchase pants from us, but you do have to own a pair of plain black pants to wear with your warm-ups. We ask that when the girls are at competition that they only wear their uniform or their warm-ups. The only other thing you can wear is event t-shirts. So like this weekend we're going to Cheer Sport Atlanta Grand. If you buy a t-shirt commemorating the event, they can wear that over their uniform as well. So the options for dress code is either your full uniform with the jacket, your uniform top with the pants, not pants over the skirt, just top and pants, the uniform top with pants and jacket, or event t-shirt over the uniform top with warm-up pants and or skirt. So basically we want to get out of the pants and skirt combo. It's either one or the other. We do ask that while you're in uniform, you are only wearing your varsity cheer shoes. The only other option is any of the Cheer Stars shoes that you may have purchased from the pro shop. So like the slides, the Vans slip-ons, or the Converse if you're trying to keep your competition pair clean and you don't want to wear them outside. We totally understand, and that's why we offered those options this year. We do ask that while your child is in uniform that they are not eating or drinking anything besides water. Again, that uniform costs like $300. We don't want you to ruin it with a big red slushie being dumped on your chest and have to purchase another one. So just be safe, better safe than sorry, and no eating or drinking anything but water while you're in your uniform. Nails must be short, short, short. We don't want to hurt or scratch any of our athletes with our nails. And we also ask that they are clear polish or a neutral color, like light pink, nude, or French is okay, but nothing crazy colors, not even purple or black. We want natural nails only. We do ask that you wear black or nude panties under your uniform as well. Last year we had an athlete wear hot pink underwear, and in their tumbling, in all the action photos, you could see that bright pink coming through, and it was kind of distracting. So just make sure nude or black is what you choose to wear under your uniform. Other competition policies: make sure your child gets a good night's sleep before they go to competition. There's no need why they should be staying up, having screen time until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when they should be resting and getting ready for the battle they have ahead. We also ask that they have a really healthy meals the week leading up to competition and definitely the day of, which for an athlete is lots of carbs and lots of proteins. We don't want you eating salads. We want bread, potatoes, pasta, and lots of meat, protein, peanut butter, all of that stuff. So reach out to me if you need some ideas for things. Because cheerleading is not an individual sport, if your child goes to bed sick or wakes up sick, we do expect them to compete sick. That comes to a shock to a lot of people, so make sure you're prepared for that. We will obviously alter the routine for them in any possible way that we can, but it's not like basketball or football or softball. We don't have people waiting on the bench. Your child's spot on the team is 100% unique, and there's nobody that can replace them. So just keep that in mind, especially during this flu season. We want to try to keep everybody healthy. If you do miss a competition, it is reason for immediate dismissal, so make sure that you're prepared for that and you have everything on your schedule. Your athlete must be at all practices leading up to the week of any competition or 2 weeks before any Triple Crown event, which is CheerSport Nationals and UCA. That also includes Summit and US Finals. This is so that the girls can train properly, and if you do miss one of those practices the week of, you will be dismissed from the team. We do ask that you watch all CheerStars teams from priority seating, which is usually up at the front of the stage that they have blocked off for the teams that are competing at that time. We want you to be loud. We want you to put your phones away. We want you to go crazy for the kids. They really feed off of your energy. So make sure that you're ready to go loud and crazy for them. In the packets, you'll notice that one of the columns says teams required to watch. We do ask you to watch some of the other CheerStar teams besides your child's. So please make sure you're there to support the other teams. The girls really need that support, especially this year. We have a little bit smaller team sizes, so we want to make sure we're there to make our crowd really big so the girls feel really supported. After your child leaves the competition stage, so generally for priority seating or standing, you'll come in one side and you'll exit on the other. Whatever side you exit from, stay on that side, and the coaches will come and bring the kids to you. So make sure you don't go off to the restroom or anything like that. Right after we watch a video and we talk to the girls, and then we send them right to you. They are your priority at that point from then on until awards. It's not your Cool Mom's responsibility or the coaches. There may be times where awards are super close. We will always still let you see the girls after their performance, and then we may get them back from you right immediately after to take them to awards. But just make sure you're there beside the stage waiting to greet your child and tell them how awesome they did. Be positive always, and especially to your child, and even on social media before and after an event. I can't emphasize enough how important this is. Your attitude about your child's performance, their team's performance, will only reflect how they feel about it. So even if bad things happen, and trust me, They will, and one day it will be your kid that made a mistake. We want to make sure that we're not blaming other people or making anyone feel bad. Remember, they are still children, even though we take this sport very seriously. If another child makes a negative comment and hurts your feelings and you feel the need to address that, please address it to their parents directly. Do not parent a child that is not your child. That's just a go-to rule of thumb. If you hear a parent that's talking about your child or any other child, this is the one time during competition weekend that I want you to call me or text me immediately, because that's something that we do not put up with. So I need to handle that situation as soon as possible. We are positive, we love everybody, and we don't talk negatively about any children. Like I mentioned before, bad days are bound to happen. We can have the most consistent team, and it was just a fluky day, and we had 4 deductions. And one day it will be your child that falls out of the air or just trips across the stage and causes the team a deduction. So remember to have grace with your child and have grace with other children, and teach your child how to treat those kids with respect even when they make mistakes. Never approach a competition official or judge unless it's in the form of complimenting their competition. Wow, this was a great event today. Your jackets are beautiful. Thank you guys so much for putting this on. We really enjoyed it. Those are comments that you can say. If your jacket doesn't fit or you have a complaint or an issue with the way things are run, please reach out to me so that I can reach out to the competition company on behalf of us and all the parents. They do not speak to parents, and I will get a phone call if anybody says anything to them. Before or after an event, do not contact competition companies for any reason. This goes back to that same policy. They don't talk to parents, so they will give me a phone call if you try to reach out to them. If there's anything you need to know, of course, you can always reach out to me, and most of the information that you may be looking for, like the entry to the competition, is located on the company's website. This is new this season, so make sure you're really listening to this. Videos of your children's routine can be posted on your social media accounts as long as it is a hit 0. If you're new to the sport, you may not completely understand what that means, but it basically means there is no mistakes. We will let you know after every performance if it was a hit or not, so you'll be able to know. But please note, you cannot go Instagram live or Facebook live during your child's performance. This is not our rule, this is varsity's rule, and if they do see it, they can actually disqualify our team from the competition. So you can video, save it, and post it later, but you can't go live. This is probably the most important thing out of everything that you've heard me say so far, and after this, be on time, be on time, be on time. If you are late to a competition, it is the fastest way to make enemies and get people not on your side. It stresses out your athlete more than anything, but it also stresses out the other teammates, and it stresses out the coaches as well. So just make sure that you are prepared to leave early and get there before the time that you're supposed to, because your children really need that time to be with their team and get focused on what they need to do. We're almost done, friends. We're moving on to the awards section. All athletes must be at award ceremonies. Missing is not an option because we feel like that is bad sportsmanship. Parents, we know you pay a lot of money to do this sport, but parents, relatives, and siblings are not allowed on stage. Let's let the kids have their time and get their awards for what they've done. Athletes must be in full uniform while at awards, no warm-ups, and hair is still up in a bun with their bow in. We want to clap and show support for all teams and programs, and we never, ever, ever talk negative about another team or program while we're in the stands. If you absolutely can't help yourself and you've got to say it, please wait until you're in your car, and hopefully that your child is not there too, because we don't want to teach them to talk badly about people. There are definitely times that we feel like we should have won when we didn't, and there's also some times that we did win that we feel like it was undeserved. So we just got to keep in mind that judging is still semi-subjective, and there is still times where human errors are made. So no matter how you feel, keep all negative comments to yourself, especially while in the performance arena. When things like that happen, we could get really mad, we could talk bad about people, or we could choose to prove whatever it is that we feel was wrong by our actions and by our performance. And we always choose the latter. So join us in that effort of just being a good sport. We never ever celebrate a first place finish or any finish until the MC announces Douglasville Cheer Stars. We teach your kids this also, so please support us in this effort. If you've never seen it done before, there's nothing more gut-wrenching than a first place team going crazy after they announce second place. For some teams, second place is amazing. It may have been the best that they've done all year, and you don't want to take that away from that team. Let them have their moment before you celebrate your finish. Last place is something that we hope never happens, but sometimes it does. And your children are taught not to cry or pitch a fit if the outcome is not what they thought it was going to be. If your child just can't help it, we know they're kids and they do have emotions. If they can't help it and those tears are just welling up, try as quickly as you can to get them to the restroom or out of the arena so you can calm them down. We do teach good sportsmanship, and please join us in doing this. We have lots of conversations with the kids about the right way to act and how to control our emotions. Legalities, this is something that we hope won't happen, but this means that we performed something in the routine that was against the rules. We hope that this never happens, and we try to prepare as much as we can by sending in our videos to the USASF, but sometimes they do happen. So if you ever see us back by the judges' stand, possibly talking to an official or going back behind a tent, please don't follow us. Give us our space. We will update you and tell you anything that's going on and what the conclusion was. Your child is always free to go after award ceremony or after the last required Cheer Stars team performs for that day. We generally don't make you stay after your awards unless there's a team that's close after your awards and they don't have anybody else there to support them. So just think how your child would feel if there was like no one in the crowd to cheer them on. We want to always be there for our cheer sisters as well. That is pretty much it on our competition policies, but I'm now going to talk about Summit and U.S. Finals, what the differences are in those, how you get those bids, what the cost is for you. So if you have any questions about this, please reach out to me. So this year, we're looking at 2 different kinds of Summit. Twinkles is actually not eligible to go to Summit at all. Summit is for youth-aged teams and up. So Twinkles are considered mini-age, so they are not eligible for the Summit yet. But don't worry, that doesn't mean that they're not great. So Starlight, Eclipse, and Lunar will be trying to compete for a paid D2 Summit bid, while Gravity will be trying to compete for an international Summit bid. These 2 events happen on different weekends. So I'm going to go into it a little bit. Summit is an end-of-the-year event where the best of the best teams in each division across the nation compete for an ultimate title. You must be invited to this event by receiving a bid. There are 3 different types of bids. Wild card bid invites you to compete on the Friday night round. We do not accept this type of bid. At-large bids invites you to compete at the semi-finals round on Saturday. We no longer accept this type of bid either. And then a paid bid advances you to Saturday, the same as an at-large bid. However, varsity thinks you're actually that good that they want to pay for your admission into the competition, which also includes a 3-day Disney park hopper and admission to the celebration party at Magic Kingdom. So it's a really big deal. How do you get a paid bid? It is essentially you have the highest score in your respective age group. So for Starlight and Eclipse, you would have to have the highest youth score of the competition. For Lunar and Gravity, you would have to have the highest junior score for each competition. So I know I already went over this, but Twinkles are not eligible for Summit. We only accept paid bids for Starlight, Eclipse, and Lunar. And there are actually no paid bids for the International Summit. So Gravity will accept all bids. Not wild card, just at large. Sorry, just want to clarify that. If your child does make it to Summit, the cost for the paid bid package is $225. How will I know if my team receives a bid? Bids are rewarded on Monday night after each event on www.varsity.tv. It goes on live at 8 p.m. If I feel that we are in the running for one of those bids, I will send you a text, let you know, and make sure you're watching it. Sometimes we even have watch parties at the gym for the teams. So you'll get a lot of information with me. Also, if they win, I'm sure you'll know because your kids will be screaming at the top of their lungs from their bedroom, and you're going to be like, what happened? Because they're going to be so excited. If there's anything else you need to know, it's that if your child receives the bid to the summit, they will be required to be at all practices and events starting Monday, April 29th through Sunday, May 13th. This is a big time of year for field trips, school dances, banquets, etc., and there are no exceptions to this policy. So if you have any issues, you already know that you've got an event going on, somebody's getting married, anything like that, please reach out to me as soon as possible before the schedule is made so we can see if there's anything that could be done to be worked around it. Next, we're going to go into U.S. Finals. This is also an end-of-season event that happens in April. You must also be invited to attend. They have a really particular fun way that they do this. So there's U.S. Finals held all over the world, and if you make it to the top of your division, you are video judged from the other events to make it to a final championship round. So after and if we receive bids to this competition, I will give you some more information. I'll give you some more information about exactly how those things work. There are also 4 different types of bids to U.S. Finals. There's a gold bid, first place bid, second place bid, and a third place bid. The type of bid received determines the cost per athlete to attend the event. We do accept all bids to U.S. Finals, and you can upgrade your bid throughout the season. So say we got a third place bid this weekend, and then next weekend we got first place, we would receive a first place bid. So you can upgrade that as we go. The only reason a team will not go to U.S. Finals is if they don't receive a bid, which we believe is highly unlikely, or 2, if they receive a paid bid to the D2 Summit. We will then not go to U.S. Finals for that team and replace it with D2 Summit instead. The only team that we will consider going to both events is Gravity. They may be going to U.S. Finals and the International Summit. The costs are located right over here on the side. So a gold bid is $175, first place $262, second place $272, and third place $292. This includes their admission, and it also includes a fun little package for the girls, including a fun practice shirt and a new competition bow. We want to make it really special for the girls. How will you know if your child receives a bid? Bids are usually awarded on stage at all varsity awards ceremonies. For some reason, they're not doing that, and we do receive a bid, I will send you an email and let you know that following Monday what type of bid was received. The only other thing you need to know about U.S. Finals is, 1, it's in Pensacola. It is listed on your competition schedule, so make sure you have those dates down. All athletes must be back for practices on Monday, April 13th. That is the Monday following Easter. We're off for almost 2 weeks before that. This practice and all practices leading up to U.S. Finals will be mandatory. If your child has any school or family conflicts, I need to know that as soon as possible so that the schedule can be made around them. We do try to do some extra fundraising at this time, so please let us know if you have any ideas for that. We're just going to go into a few announcements regarding this weekend. This weekend, we are going to arrive stage ready. That means that your athlete is in full makeup with uniform on and ready to compete. There is no place at this venue. It's only a small section of the Georgia World Congress Center for anyone to get ready. So you will have to come already ready to go. We also didn't leave a ton of time before warm-ups at this event. So make sure that you're there on time and ready to go. Also, make sure that you're reading your competition handout. Reading your competition handout in full. It has a lot of detail. It may look the same, but it's not the same as all the others. So read it and make sure you've got all that information. Final reminders, you should be receiving Remind group texts from me. You should have gotten one about this video meeting. So if you're not receiving them, you're pretty much more than likely not on the group text. If that's the case, please reach out to me. Call the gym, 770-489-2582, so I can get you on that message as soon as possible. We do have practice performances this Saturday. All girls have to be at practice from 2:30 to 4:30, and we invite all the parents, friends, and family, anybody that you want to invite to this free performance at 4:30. We will unlock the doors at 4 o'clock. Our pro shop will be open, so get ready to come in. I do have extras of the parent shirts, which those orders will be sent home on that day. We'll have extras in the pro shop as well if you need to purchase any of those items. Make sure that you do arrive on time for that performance because like we've said many times, the performance is only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So if you're late, you may miss their child's performance. I hope you don't forget, but our first competition is this weekend for everyone except for Gravity. It's December 8th at the Georgia World Congress Center. That is in downtown Atlanta. We are in Building B. Please make sure that you've already purchased your parking online so you don't have to buy Falcons game parking prices. It's going to be pretty crazy down there. Gravity will join us for our second competition the following weekend, and this is Battle Under the Big Top. This is at the Georgia International Convention Center by the airport. Don't go downtown for this one. It's by the airport. And that is a 2-day event, so the girls will all compete both Saturday and Sunday, and awards will be held on Sunday. Don't forget that the Christmas party is the following Saturday, December 21st. Drop-off starts at 3 p.m. and you must pick up your child by 7. We're going to be having lots of games and activities as well as presenting the girls with their Christmas presents from the coaches. We are collecting items for Loving Hands Ministry. You should have got an email from me yesterday about all those items. We're really excited about partnering with this organization to help the homeless. So please donate some items if you can. We will be collecting items until December 21st. Another quick reminder that you can't make anything with our D and star logo. It's a registered trademark. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but it's actually against U.S. federal law to use someone's logo without their permission. So contact me with any questions that you have. We are on regular practice schedule from now all the way until Sunday, December 22nd, where we have tumbling classes, and we are off for about 2 weeks after that. So if you have any absences in between that time, you should have already let Kelsey know. Make sure you're looking at the Google calendars to see what exactly we have on the schedule. We must have all athletes back on January 5th. Believe it or not, after that 2-week break, our girls are a little out of shape and our memory's a little lagging. So we want to make sure everybody's back on that day, ready to get back in the gear so that we can hopefully get some amazing performances and possibly some bids at our next competition in New Orleans. I want to give a shout out to our parents this season. For the most part, we've had really good attendance, not many absence issues. I know the flu went around and everybody was still super awesome about trying to be here as much as they could. So thank you so much. We do appreciate you. As a reminder, if you hear any gossip, Susie got taken out of this stunt because, or I heard we're doing this because, please reach out to me for clarification. I would rather you reach out to me, even if you feel like it's silly, to see if something is true or not, than for you to assume that something's true when it is not. Make sure that you're using Remind directly to contact the coaches and Kelsey. Under the People's tab on the app, you can see all the coaches, and you can actually see all the other parents that are on the team as well if you ever need to reach out to anybody for a quick text. Google Calendars, I have it really big with lots of exclamation marks right here. It needs to be like your cheer Bible, guys. It has the schedule for the whole year. Make sure you're looking at it before you're planning events and seeing what we've got for that month. The last thing for our meeting, and then you guys are going to be good to go, is what division is your team? You need to know that when you're looking at things. So first of all, D2 is the division that all of our teams except for Gravity is in. That means that we have a D2 program. We have 125 or less competitive athletes. Anytime that they are able to put us in a D2 division, we will be in a D2 division. Twinkle's division is small, mini, level 1, D2. Starlight is small youth level 1 D2. Eclipse is small youth level 2 D2. Lunar is small junior level 2 D2. And Gravity is international junior level 4. If you have any questions about this or anything that was covered in this meeting or anything at all, please send me an email directly at kelsey@douglasvillecheerstars.com. I can't wait to see everybody Saturday at our performances. Can't wait to see our stars shine bright. Have a good one.